Welcome to Shafman TV. Thanks a lot for joining me. So who is Dusan Vlahovic? Well, let's start with a bit of history. He's a 21-year-old Serb striker born in Belgrade, where he began his professional career with one of the country's foremost clubs, Partizan. He became their youngest player when he made his debut for them against OFK Beograd on the 27th of Feb 2016 at the age of 16 years and 24 days. He would subsequently become their youngest scorer, taking the title from Luka Jovic, now of Real Madrid, when he netted in a 3-2 victory on the 2nd of April. Rumours of a move to England began back then, but a deal with Serie A Fiorentina was struck instead, with the forward, then only 18, making the switch to Italy in the 2018-2019 season. Much was expected of him, despite his age, but he would only play just a handful of goalless senior games in the first season, starting one Serie A match. He was a regular presence in the 2019-20 season, but his return of 6 goals in 30 appearances saw some quickly write off as a player still learning his job. In the 2021 campaign, though, was when he made his mark. Fueled by the faith of Cesare Prandelli, he returned to the club as manager in November 2020, but lasted only until March before resigning. After 1 goal in the first 10 league games, Vlahovic exploded into life in late December with an attention-grabbing scoring spree that is yet to ease up. Since the 16th of December 2020, he has scored 28 times in 39 league games. He's the youngest player to score more than 20 goals for the Viola in a single season since the tussle-haired titan of Serie A in the 90s and the early 2000s, Gabriel Batistuta. In 2020, only 2 players in Europe's top 5 leagues, the prolific Erling Haaland and Robert Lewandowski, have scored more than Vlahovic's total of 25. And of those who have netted 20 times in the calendar year to date, Vlahovic is the only one of 3 aged under 25, along with Haaland and Kylian Mbappe, both also much sought after. Vlahovic has continued to excel, but it is clear that Prandelli's departure from Fiorentina was a blow. After a hat-trick against Benevento in March, the striker spoke of the former Italy manager's impact on his burgeoning career. "I owe him everything," he said. "The coach has given me space and confidence in a moment that was complicated for me. In the post-lockdown, he arrived 2 hours early for training. He made me understand what it means to be a champion on and off the pitch. He's gigantic everywhere." Prandelli leaves behind a giant asset in Vlahovic. At 1.9 metres tall and stocky, the Serbian is possessing of a stature and physical ability to shield the ball, making him a handful for any defender. This season, he has been fouled more than any other in Serie A, with only 3 forwards winning more aerial duels. Only Sampdoria's Morten Thorsby was involved in more aerial contests than Vlahovic, 267 last season. He is not lightning fast, but quick enough to pose problems, and a willing runner with a fine touch, intelligent positional sense and awareness of others. Watching back his goals from last season and this, one is struck by the Lewandowski-esque ability to find a crucial yard on a marker or ghost into the space almost unnoticed in the box before a lethal finish. He moves a lot, but he is a striker who shows a lot of presence in the penalty area. Italian football writer Daniel Verri told BBC Sport he can push defenders out of the way, hold up the ball, and he can pull defenders along with him and still score. But he's very young, he's nowhere near yet met his full potential. Despite his most impressive quality is one rarely found in a player so young, which will serve him well if he moves to an elite club. He has been under pressure from fans who have been booing him, and the club itself since it emerged that he would not extend his contract. But he's still scoring goals. He is responding on the pitch. That to me shows a mental strength you need to be a top professional. The Serb still has plenty of work to do on truly reaching that elite level though. Whilst he has outscored his expected goals tally, that tally he should have, judged by analysts of the quality of the chances since the start of last season, his shooting accuracy is still below many of the game's best leading forwards at just under 38%. He will also need to improve his technical and tactical awareness to truly shine at a top team. Fortunately for him, he has plenty of time on his side, and seemingly an array of attractive options in front of him. It has become clear that Vlahovic's future does not lie in Florence. His current deal runs until 2022-23, but Fiorentina owner Rocco Commisso revealed in a statement in October that the forward would not be extending it, despite an offer that would have made him the highest paid player in the club's history. With the prospect looming of a valuable asset leaving for nothing, the likeliest solution will be a sale next summer or sooner, but to where? He has been linked with Liverpool as Roberto Firmino's long-term successor and was touted as a potential replacement for Kane at Tottenham this summer, but would perhaps not suit the kind of deep-moving false nine roles that these two currently perform. Spurs' new Italian boss Antonio Conte saw Vlahovic firsthand and during his time at Inter last season, and may view the Serb as a perfect number 9 to offer more of a spearhead in attack. Having failed to sign Kane in the summer, Man City have been operating without a recognised striker for much of the season, and Vlahovic would surely be in the mix along with Haaland if Pep decided to change attacking track. Then there's Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, PSG, Real Madrid and a host of other clubs reportedly monitoring the situation. The worst case scenario for Fiorentina is Vlahovic joining fierce Serie A rivals Juve, who have reportedly come in as a possible bid in the January transfer window. Down the years, Juve have prized a number of stars away from the Viola, including Roberto Baggio, Giorgio Chiellini, Federico Bernardeschi, and last summer Federico Chiesa, stoking the flames of resentment in the Fiorentina faithful. If the right offer arrives in January, it's possible, but Fiorentina are doing quite well this season. If they're close to the Champions League places come January, they may say to Vlahovic, stop talking, score goals, come June we can sit down and find a solution. But if it's not Juventus now, Fiorentina will easily find a buyer for Vlahovic next summer, no problem.